Arise.
Hello, beautiful viewers of Abakwa Television. Good morning and welcome to yet another edition of the show Arise and Shine. Remember, it's that show where we engage you viewers in real-time discussions on current events, lifestyle topics, and the societal issues. On the show, you get motivated, you get health tips, you get educated in our learning lab, you get to know more about fashion and style. Most of all, you get to know all that's trending online and on site. I am your beautiful host, Nanam Sibol. We'll be right back in a bit.
Arise.
Welcome back, beautiful viewers. On the show Arise and Shine, we take it upon ourselves to be motivated before anything else. But now, you are watching on Facebook, you are watching on YouTube, and so it is very important that you share the link, like, and of course the comment section is always open for your contributions. You might want to tell us where and what you're doing while watching the show this morning. As it is, we have a session where we get to discuss on the topic of discussion and also have your messages. But now we received an anonymous message that needs advice. And just so you know, today we have brought you an expert who is not just going to contribute on this topic, but give us a counsel and why not advise this person. So let's have this anonymous message, and when we come back, we'll be motivated. The message we received says, "Hello, Sibel. I love your show, Arise and Shine, and that's why I'm sending this message to get some advice. I am 24 years old, approaching 25, and I've been having suitors come to ask for my hand in marriage, but I can't bring myself to choose anyone yet. There is this particular guy who catches my attention, and he's proven to be very serious, but he's not out of the country as prophesied by my man of God, okay? So I'm afraid of marrying the wrong person for me, since the prophecy I received was he will come from abroad. I need advice on what to do." Ladies and gentlemen, this message was received, and of course, your advice is needed. The comment section is open. The number is on your screen. You can start sending in your advice. Please do not be vulgar. Do not be biased in your contributions. You get it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get motivated. We'll be right back.
I'm mad. And be assured you'll be too when you see what I see. For I see him, the adversary, him who continuously keep your lights dim and make life for you seem like a scullery. I see it all. I see how he's caged you in sin, made you so menial there's hardly any hope within. I see the adversary. I see how far he has taken you. As far as the poles asunder, he's dragging you beyond the limits of grace, luring you to an absolute surrender. And oh, I feel the pains he has cost you. Oh, the shame he's brought you. How he led you astray, away from the way, the truth, and the life. Oh yes, I see him. I see all his wiles and the fairy darts. I see the fears and all the doubts. I see the secret struggles and the hidden hurts. I see the pains and discomfort. I see it all. And just as my eyes have not been blind to you, my ears have also not been deaf towards you, for I hear all the adversary tells you lies. Lies that you are not good enough, that you cannot be forgiven. Lies that you've lived too rough, so salvation for you is thus forbidden. Lies that pornography has some power and that from fornication you cannot be free. Lies that masturbation is your slave master and that from sin's grip he'll never break through. I see it, my child. I hear it all. And that is why I am mad. But this time, mad at you. Have you ever seen light being confounded by darkness? How can strength be defeated by weakness? Can grace be puzzled by sin? And how can there be bondage in the same place where mercy has been? Are you not told in the book of John that light shines in darkness and darkness comprehends it not? Did you not hear in Corinthians when I said my strength is made perfect in your weakness? Have you not read in Romans that sin shall not have dominion over you, for you are now under grace? And when I said in Colossians that I have delivered you by my blood, the symbol of my mercy, did you not believe? Arise, 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 my child, and take your place. The place of strength, the place of peace, a place of holiness and of ease. Come boldly to the throne of grace and find help to run the race. For you are not who the devil says you are. You are not who people say you are or who your circumstances say you are. You are not even who you say you are. You are who I say you are. And I say that you are light and you must shine. The righteousness of God, you are divine, you are great and beautiful. You are strong and powerful. Therefore arise. My child, arise. And in the day that you hear his voice, harden not your hearts. Selah.
I'm sure that's enough motivation for us to ride on. Remember, you are light, so keep shining that light. Now, let's talk health. What do we have for you on our health tips today? Especially to all the ladies, come closer. What's the disadvantage of putting extravagant fingernails? You'll find out just now.
The longer your nails, the more germs that is going to be under your nails. As a matter of fact, there's one study that has shown that you can find as much as 32 different bacteria and 28 different fungi for microorganisms that are hiding under your fingernails.
The blood of Jesus.
So some of you are doing Airbnb for germs and organisms.
Sorry for the laugh.
If we won't go back to history, in 1997 and 1998, there were two nurses that were responsible for the death of 16 babies because of the nail under their hand.
Oh my God.
Ask yourself, when was the last time you went to hospital and then you saw people wearing long nails? It's because long nails and transmission of germs collabo. So what that means is that your nails must be long. If other people are washing for 20 seconds, you should be washing for at least 1 minute. You should also get a special nail brush that you can wash the underneath of your this thing. Hand sanitizer should not be far from you. And I know Emeka is somewhere watching this video and is thinking, tell them, talk to them.
What's my own?
All of you are also keeping long fingernails, especially the last one. I don't know what you're using it for. So my dear, if you want to protect yourself from germs, especially from your hand, one of the most important places you should pay attention to your finger. How do people wash nails?
Mind your business. Yes. And stop prognosing.
Let's just continue. You don't do cuts.
To all my ladies, how far? Did that one hit hard? Well, what to a wise is sufficient. You don't really need to always be extravagant. Short ones, keeping it clean, is a good way to go about it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we had for you on our health tips today. We want to talk fashion and style. You know your girl loves it when we look this way, right? Fashion, fashionable. Now, what do we have for you? Find out now.
What else? else?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you saw it on Fashion and Style. It goes back to tell us that it doesn't have to be extravagant. Simple sometimes is the way, and know which outfit to wear for each occasion, you know. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you into the learning lab of the show, Arise and Shine. And of course, your teacher is here. Who is she? Mrs. Shimada Williams. Welcome. Oh yeah, clap for her.
We should clap well. I hope that they are really
Clapping.
clapping.
Clapping on their behalf, even if they are not.
Clap louder.
When it comes to you, I will go that way.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Sibel.
Thank you.
How you?
Okay, you took it from me. You can ask.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
And you look corporate.
Mm.
You're one way like that today. You look one is independent.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sibel.
Welcome on the show, Arise and Shine.
Thank you, Sibel.
We've missed you.
Yeah,
What's
it
your
feels
fare?
like it's been forever.
You see, that's your worth on the show.
No, I'm sure I miss the viewers more than
Right.
they miss me. Yes, I do.
Yeah, so we are ready. Notebooks and pens are ready for us to learn from the teacher. You can write on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're doing well in your respective areas. And I hope this smile on my face is not wasting because you're smiling too while looking at my own face. Happy end of the week. And I hope that the week has been unveiling itself in a very amazing way for you all.
Yeah.
So, Sibel, today we are going to look at a couple of tips with dealing with conflict.
Conflict.
Yes. Now, you know, this life no balance.
Not at all.
And there is this saying in Pidgin that if you don't find wahala, wahala go find you.
Like that.
Right, so
Yeah.
it just happens that because of a lot of reasons, there is bound to be conflict.
Okay.
People grew up differently, people have different beliefs, people have different ways they like to be addressed. Like it almost everything just comes with issues. You see a pastor, for example, and you call him by his name, Sam, it's a problem. Yeah, so like people just have different issues with every different thing. Sometimes you don't even know the angles from where those conflicts come, but the conflicts come, of course.
Yes.
And then so we are caught up in that net where we always have these conflicts, and most of us struggle with how to deal with them or how to get out of those conflicts when we find ourselves in them.
Okay.
So let's begin. Let's look at some ways in which you can manage conflict in a mature way, of course, because conflict can be managed either maturely or immaturely. It just depends on how you choose to take it, okay? And so let's look at a couple of things. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is active listening.
Active listening.
Yes. You have to practice active listening. In the course of many discussions or in the course of conflict, one of the highest things that increases conflict is the inability of both parties to listen. Wow. So you see, everybody wants to be right and everybody is people they talk, they say they fry corn for their head, they manage they understand. But now, in the course of those people speaking 1,000 words, an active listener picks one thing which can solve that problem.
Nice.
Because that person could be saying 3,000 things, but there is just one particular thing where they hurt that person.
Yeah.
I don't know, the people in the come to the need you understand.
Flow. We can get
You see, but one particular thing, the way it hurts that person. But if you don't take time actively to listen to that person, you will be crowded, and at the end, you'll not be able to even identify the particular issue.
Yeah.
Okay, like the other time we were quoting about marriage, where you sit for marriage counseling, and 80% of people who come for marriage counseling have a problem in the bed. But when you ask the husband and wife, what is the problem? Nobody mentions their bed.
Yeah.
He just enters the house and throws shoes here like that. And then he'll get to the room, just hang his clothes anywhere. I'm tired of disorder. Husband, what is your problem? So is it because of it that she gives me food late? When I ask for food, sometimes she delays to give me food. So in that case, if you're not very active to listening, all those things that they are saying like that is not actually the problem.
Wow.
That's not actually the problem. And it happens in a lot of our other discussions in many ways.
Okay.
People most of the times don't express their real issues verbally. In some cases they will, in some cases they will. So there is a voice called silence.
Nice.
Sometimes you look even in the midst of a person's silence, you understand the issue. Especially with us women, a lot of men complain about that with women, where a woman is angry with you and you ask her, what is it? Nothing. What is it? Nothing.
Why?
You do something, you're expecting the woman to talk, she's just ignoring you and making one face like that.
Attacked somehow. Yeah.
I know how to catch those things.
Yeah.
So you see, so there is a kind of communication which is non-verbal.
Yes.
But even in that time, you need that active listening. You need to listen to the silence
You get it.
to understand the issue. It happens with everything in life. So whenever there is conflict and you are in the place of a discussion, instead of quarreling, listen actively. There's probably just one thing you pick out and you make one statement after that, and the whole problem is solved. So you need to practice active listening. The next thing is that you have to be slow to speak.
Slow to speak.
When two people are speaking, it's noise and nobody understands the other, right? So you have to be slow to speak. If there is conflict, I always prefer let one person talk.
True.
Express yourself. Tell me how you feel. And we are fond of interrupting. That's very, very, very cruel. I think it happens to almost all of us, like especially when the person is explaining something and you feel misunderstood.
Yeah.
You have that urge to want to cut that person short, to explain your own part of the story.
True.
But it's not always the best thing. Sometimes that person is talking and before the person lands where the person is actually going to, you begin to see the different perspective. And you begin to see maybe I was actually wrong. I was not as right as I thought I was.
Yeah.
So being slow to speak warrants that you let the person speak till the end. You take out some time to analyze what the person is saying before you speak. A lot of people regret the things they say in the course of conflicts because they don't take time to savor their words. They don't take time to choose their words before they speak. Everybody is trying to, I don't know, why is it that in the place of conflict, instead of people thinking of how to resolve, they are looking for ways to hurt each other. That's a mindset I've never understood, and to me it's really immaturity. If there is conflict, your mindset should be, how do I resolve this conflict? It should not be, how do I inflict pain on this person because the person is inflicting pain on me, maybe.
True.
You know, I think some episodes back I was explaining how when we will insult people, we'll go back and remember one thing we did not tell the person, and we are like, I missed the
Why
one.
did I not say this
I
one?
missed the one. If I be talk the one, so if for really hotty, you get.
Yes.
That's an immature mind.
Okay.
A mature mind is seeking for a way to resolve the conflict and not for a way to fuel up the conflict.
Nice one.
So you need to sit, choose your words, and trust me, there are words you speak sometimes you regret for the rest of your life.
True.
There is a word you can speak to somebody and that person is not even longer angry about everything that is happening here, but it's that particular word that you spoke to that person, that person takes away from that argument. And it stays in that person for a very long time. It probably affects a very good relationship just because you didn't choose your words before you spoke them. Sure. So you have to take time. It's true that in the place of anger and adrenaline, when the adrenaline is rising, you just feel like I should say anything. I should air whatever comes into my brain. Yeah. And one thing I realized also is that those things you say at that time, they come from your subconscious mind. Whether you accept it or not, you had thought them before. And you stored them there. So that was just an opportunity that your mind gave you to vent it out. Which means that, in other words, you're supposed to guard your mind. That's why I always say that the things you think about people affect your relationship with them, and of course affect the way you handle conflict when they arise between you and those people.
Yes.
How do I perceive Sibel? She is a wicked, arrogant person. Sibel is selfish. So just the fact that I know that Sibel is selfish, for example, if I ask Sibel, can I use your phone? Or Sibel, do you have airtime? And Sibel says, no, I don't. The first thing that comes before over conto, even if you get, I know, give me. You get. It's because you already have a preconception about Sibel in the negative direction. So you must choose your words wisely before you speak. Point number 3, this one is really for you women. Stay in the context of the conflicts. Women, I don't know if you're listening to me. Stay in the conflict, in the context of the conflict.
Okay. Don't bring back the past.
I don't know how women always do it. Like,
yes.
you guys don't judge me. it ever give me something inside me when I pass here market people then the quarrel.
Okay.
So you see a quarrel starting with you don't carry your cargo put them from marketplace. That quarrel does not end at no na my marketplace, no na your own. Why you feel carry? No, before you 1 year. So Aquara thing. Like where did Aquara come into the bucket that was standing in your marketplace?
Yes. We get it.
We did a bad fashion, we get a son now who marry you. You son now who marry you too. You know what can open for all sides.
You don't be market woman before.
And it passed the year and not be, you know, market every day.
Okay.
I think I experienced one yesterday.
Wow.
In front of the main gate. You know these girls who sell these small towels just in front of the main gate as you're crossing to go to the other side of the road. I was like, how did you girls get there?
Yeah.
You feel say if you marry who feel marry you, the other girl say I go marry your brother, and I'm like, something brother at inside this matter, sister. When I calm down. So what I'm saying is, and I think that's why men easily solve conflicts more than women.
Okay.
If you observe a man's quarrel, most of the times they are very contextual. If it's about this thing, they hammer it. It's this thing, and they are done. So the next minute, it's easy for them to get over because it was just about that thing.
Yeah.
But with women, at the end of a woman's quarrel, there are about 6 things that the woman needs to get out of one very small thing that happened from the start.
True.
So what we are saying is, you have to stay in the context of your argument. If this is the thing that has brought the argument or the dispute or the conflict at this point in time, stick to it, handle it. And of course, as Sibel said, you don't always need to be going back to the past.
Yeah.
Now so you be do the other time. Now so you be do the other time. Now so you be do the other time.
On and on.
If you saw me doing it the other time, why didn't you call me after and tell me, ma, this is what you did, this is what you did, this is what you did. And I didn't really like it. You thrash it there. Probably that now so you do your calling. I didn't even realize that it was something you've been keeping over time. And that's how I think that's how some of those quarrels escalate. So you don't first plan me for ya.
And that's how we go on and on. Yes.
Woman, they see this gender call
This is our
women.
gender.
Hi. But I'm men, don't put your heads too high. I'm not saying that it doesn't include you, of course.
Yeah.
But we are saying that in the course of conflicts, it's better to keep the conflicts within the context of the conflict.
Yeah.
Don't try to get out of it. Don't try to talk more than you should. Don't try to talk the things that you're not supposed to say. And I think my number 4, we've already spoken about it, and it's choosing your words.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to move away without saying anything. Rather, it could hurt more if you say things that are going to strain your relationship better. If you cannot manage the situation, walk away. That's number 4. Walk away. If the discussion is getting too heated and you're afraid that you're not going to be able to manage your anger, or you're not going to be able to manage your temperament, or you're not going to be able to choose your words wisely at that point in time, get out of there. It's better to go and sit when you have your cool head. You come back and say, bro, sis, let's pick this thing up from where we ended. We were both hyper then. That's why I didn't speak.
Yeah.
But now I think that we can reason like 2 rational human beings. Let's talk this thing out. And then you can better sort it out. Walking away sometimes seems disrespectful, but it's a solution.
That's it.
Because most of the times people say, you always hear say, I'm talking, you're walking away. And you talk, you come on, go you. I'm saying it to make a noise. Those kind of things come up from time to time. But you know what you are avoiding.
Yeah.
You know where you are going to. You know how hyper you have already been. So it's simple. Whatever that person is saying at that time, go. It's going to be easier for you to come back after and say, I cut off that discussion. I walked away because of this. Than to come back to say, I'm sorry, I said this. Because people take things very personal when you say them in the place of anger, because they always believe that it's something you have planned or something you have in heart about them.
Yes.
So it's better to come and say, I'm sorry, I walked away, than to say, I'm sorry, I said this. The walking away is easier to let go than the words that you spoke. They say, words speak 1,000.
That's wise.
So walk away. If you know that you cannot handle that pressure at that time, go away. And the number 5, which we are going to end with for today, we're going to continue, of course, is talk to somebody if you need it.
Talk to somebody.
Get counsel. Speak to another person. One thing I've realized with conflict is that the two parties are never right and the two parties are never wrong. No matter how right you may seem, if we go into the details, there is something you did unconsciously which hurt the other person, not because you were wrong, but because it's against what the person stands for.
Okay.
For example, if I say, what can I use for example? Sibel, you look sexy. To me, I'm just using the word sexy to mean you look good. But another person takes it as an offense. You said sexy. Yeah, you're insinuating that maybe I am immoral and all those kind of things. You get, in the normal context of it, you say that you're right because you didn't mean to hurt me, of course. But in the other way around, I kind of triggered the action you had.
True.
And one thing I always tell people is that after I'm sorry, there is no excuse. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes we make in the place of conflict resolution. Look, let me give you it's a life skill. When you're in the course of an argument with somebody or a dispute with somebody, and you use that word, I'm sorry, don't explain after.
Explain.
Stick to I'm sorry. Even if you have the most logical explanation in the world, that time is not the time for that explanation. Stick to I'm sorry. Understand already that the other person is hurt. And if you want to start explaining, there will be exchange of words again. So you stick to I'm sorry, and then when it is resolved, you probably come a day, 2, a week after when it's really gone, but you feel that you still need to let it out of your chest. You're calling the person to say, please, it's not like I'm still holding to it, but I just wanted to explain me so that you understand my own side about what happened the other day. You see that the person is going to be calm to listen because you already apologized. But our usual thing is, I be sorry, but now say, sorry, but sorry, but I did it because sorry.
But
anything,
everything. That's what they feel.
Yes. Anything that you say after I'm sorry cancels the I'm sorry. And it only stirs more anger and more conflict. So when you've gotten to I'm sorry, leave it as I'm sorry. There is no but added to it. So I hope that these life skills that we are sharing today is going to help you get out of some of those conflicts that you get into in your daily life. And I hope that we are going to grow and we are going to begin to handle circumstances more maturely. I also hope, of course, like I always do, that it has helped somebody out there to get out of a situation. Just to end by saying that, in the course of that conflict, I don't know who you had a conflict with, but that person, obviously, whether the person is sorry or not, that hurt that you're feeling is not affecting that person. It is affecting you. So sometimes you just need to let go, even if the person doesn't say, I'm sorry, because it's for your own mental health. It's for your own strength, and it shows that you are resilient and mature. So let's go. If you think that you have a conflict with somebody based on what we have discussed today, now it's time for you to clear it off. Keep your relationships and keep moving. Remember, nobody lives like an island. So you need me, I need you. That's what we have today on the Learning Lab.
Okay. Love it. Thank you very much, Mrs. Schneider Williams, for always doing it so well. Good students, give her her flowers down there in the comment section. Now, 5 tips have been given again. You've mentioned on these 5 tips.
Yes, I think that
5 or nothing.
Yes, 5 is easy to assimilate. When we talk too much, we don't assimilate too much. So let's just begin to take a whole body.
Okay, good students. Let's try. let's remind ourselves what the 5 tips given was. So the first was active listening.
Wow, this is my student.
The second was slow to speak. The third was choosing or chewing your words.
Staying in context.
Okay, staying in context. The fourth was choosing your words, and the fifth was talking or speaking to somebody. Just like that. That's how.
The fear yourself.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, that's how you saw it with Mrs. Schneider Williams in the Learning Lab. I'm hoping that you've been educated and please this knowledge without you applying them is a waste of time. Thank you very much, Mrs. Shinada Williams.
You're welcome, Sibel. It's always a pleasure.
Yes, you're not going. We received one message. Yeah, this is our agenda again.
Oh, I love this, our agenda.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we do on the show Arise and Shine is that we send out an anonymous link for those of you who have sensitive matters that you cannot share publicly, but you need advice, you need counsel. So if you haven't followed our channel on WhatsApp, you can follow it. If you haven't followed us on Facebook, on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, you can do that, and you can always reach out to us for this anonymous link so that your problems can be solved somehow. That's why we are here. So this message was sent, and we want to have Mrs. Schneider Williams take. A lot of you who heard the message from the beginning of the show are already sending in messages, but let's have it again. So if you're just tuning in, you can catch up. What does the message says? Hello, Sibyl. I love your show Arise and Shine. That's why I am sending this message to get some advice. I am 24 years old, approaching 25, and I've been having suitors come to ask for my hand in marriage, but I can't bring myself to choose anyone yet. There is this particular guy who catches my attention, and he's proven to be very serious, but he's not out of the country, as prophesied by my man of God. Mrs. Schneider Williams, calm down. So, I'm afraid of marrying the wrong person for me, since the prophecy I received was, it will come from abroad. I need advice on what to do. Mrs. Schneider Williams, this is about a lady who received one prophecy from her man of God, that sister in the Lord, your husband is coming from the abroad. Wait for him. But now, many suitors are coming. They are good, they are compatible, they are like, no, this makes sense. We can work, our relationship can go beyond this, we can get married. But now the prophecy she received was, it's going to come from abroad.
You're pushing me into that court I don't like to enter.
That's why I said, calm down. Yeah, you don't have to say a lot. Just give an advice. I know Mrs. Schneider Williams. She's going to be like, oh, religion. Oh, come on. But yeah, have your take.
Let me start with this.
Before you start, should I give out 2 messages that our viewers have sent? Right?
By all means.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, we are with you. A lot of you are sending me messages, and let's take 2. Mrs. Schneider will have a take. And I told you from the beginning that we brought an expert as well. This person is a counselor, and he's going to be telling us more about the spirituality and relationship stuff. All right, the message we received says, hello everyone, I am Clara from Nanga Junction. Thank you, Clara, for sending me your contribution. Sweetheart, I understand your concerns about prophecy, but remember, love isn't confined to borders. Excuse me? To borders, yes. If this man makes you happy and shows genuine intentions, consider giving him a chance. Sometimes the best things come when we least expect them. Trust your heart along with your faith. Thank you very much, Advisor Clara from Manga Junction. Nice one. This other message says, good morning, Sidol, and all in the studio. Good morning to you too. Please, stop stressing about prophecies. Okay, that's hard. Focus on how you feel about this guy. If he makes you smile and you can see a future with him, that's what matters. You are only 24. There is plenty of time to explore relationships. Trust yourself to make the right decision. All right, thank you very much. This person didn't give me any name. Thank you, Clara, for contributing as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the comment section is still open. The number is on your screen always. Keep sending in your contributions. Let's get back to Mrs. Schneider Williams. Yeah. Are you calm?
I'm always calm, you know.
Yes.
I'm always calm. I'm just digesting a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let me start with this. The word of God is the only sure word of prophecy. Which means that whatever comes to you as prophecy must be confirmed by the word and by the Spirit of God in you.
Nice.
So, based on her message, the first thing I could say is that she's a baby.
She's a
Which is not bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying you're a baby Christian. Because if you're still confused about whether what your man of God said is what's right, or the guys who are coming are right, it means that you're not able to discern the Spirit of God within you.
Okay.
Because the Spirit within you should be able to affirm to you what is right and what is not right. Secondly, I realized that at the level of Christianity, we try to separate the union between the church and God from the union between a man and a woman.
Okay.
But the right context of marriage is looked at from the perspective of Christ and the church. And the scriptures establish that he that finds a wife finds a good thing. And Christ found us. We didn't find Christ, which means that Christ found the church his bride, which is a good thing.
Okay.
Now, I'm also not against prophecy. Of course, God speaks through men of God, and he could have spoken through your pastor. I cannot disregard that
fact. Yes.
But now, the first balance has to be created from you as an individual. You need to have a conviction about what is right for you.
Okay.
Marriage is not emotional. I think that we spoke a lot. We handled dating and relationships some time ago here.
Yeah.
Marriage is not emotional. There is a law of first attraction, of course, where you could see a guy and you're attracted to him. But after that, you're supposed to put emotions aside and look at the reality of where you're going to. And if you and that man can walk that path of life together.
Okay.
Look at the reality of where the guy too is going to. And if you can walk that path together.
Nice.
This is my point now, and I think that I'm going to conclude here. I'm not going to talk too much. I hear there is somebody who has a lot of insight, so he's going to continue from wherever I end.
Yeah.
This is it to me. You're first of all supposed to find yourself and seek true conviction within you by the Spirit in you about where to settle. If these guys who are coming are right, or if you should wait. It should not be even about the prophecy, but it should be about if this guy now is right, or if the guy is not right. If he's not right, it means you're still waiting. And it's possible that that prophecy comes to pass.
Nice.
On the other hand, if you have the conviction after all you've gone through your dating and you've gone through the relationship process and you're like, yes, I can settle with this guy. What I will advise you to do is to go back to your pastor.
Okay.
He is your spiritual leader, of course.
Yeah.
So go back to him. Say, sir, this is the prophecy. You're not... You don't go into fights with your spiritual authority if that person you're talking about is actually your spiritual authority.
Okay.
There is a room for compromise between you and your spiritual authority, which means that you have to go back to him. I hope he is wise and open-minded and matured enough.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yes, you go back to him and tell him, yeah, I remember you gave me this prophecy, but this is what I'm seeing now, and this is what I sense in my spirit. Based on the way I have studied this guy over time, I believe that we can walk the path of destiny together.
Okay.
You have a candid discussion with him, and I believe that if he's mature enough, the both of you are going to come to a perfect compromise, which should work for you. So you don't need to undermine your spiritual authority, and at the same time, you have to be open to the Spirit of God within you and the Word of God, which is the standard that should guide you both.
Okay.
If you can assimilate and put all those things together, then you can surely take the right decision and live happily ever after. You know, a lot of people believe that every woman is ordained for a particular man. I believe in predestination. I believe in a lot of that. But I also believe in the fact that somebody cannot identify a particular person to tell you that this person has to be your husband, because it has to be your witness.
Nice.
It's supposed to witness in you. You don't work under somebody's pressure. Somebody cannot prophesy a man upon me. No. If you do it, you're my spiritual father. I respect you, but I'm going to go back into my prayer closet and confirm it for myself.
True.
Christianity is not about robotics. It's about two people who are growing in their relationships with Christ. Your pastor as well is growing in his relationship with Christ. He is not all-knowing.
True.
So you have to develop your own relationship so that you don't depend on your pastor. You need to grow and pastor other people, right?
True.
So that's my point of view.
Okay, and just so you know, we'll have a quick break. Immediately you leave the set to just continue and deal with this topic once and for all. Ladies and gentlemen, you have had your teacher, Mrs. Shinada Williams. Fun fact with you, I don't want to tease your brain.
Please just go with the fun facts.
Yeah, I don't want to tease your brain.
Please
so
don't.
let me look for what I have for you, but you still have to try somehow.
You know, I know the fear. No, I know the fear.
Somehow. Okay, so this time, what I want from you is to say this in English. So I'll read it in Pidgin and then you say it in English.
I hope it's not Kumara.
You are going to be the judge of this session with Mrs. Shinada Williams. You just need to tell me if, she did it correctly down there in the comment section. And if there is a better way you think this can be put in English, let us know as well. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Poor man no dish down for front bench for village meeting.
My God. Poor man no the shidong
for front bench for village meeting.
Poor people don't sit at the front seat during a village meeting. But I think that some of these things are idiomatic expressions and they don't have word verbatim interpretation in English.
Yeah. So that's the way you put it.
Yeah, let's move. What? Poor people don't sit at the front desk during a village meeting.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, over to you. Judge Mrs. Shinada Williams, right or wrong? Now, the comment section is open. The number is on your screen. You can always let us know the better way of saying it. Thank you very much, Mrs. Shinada Williams.
Yes, Sibel.
For coming on the show.
I don't feel like going.
Now, you don't feel like you said, it's not always about emotions, right? I got you at your word. So
you guys look at my eyes.
Say hello to a few people and you're good to go.
My Waka TV viewers, you know I always got your back, right? Just keep watching us, keep following us. Not just Arise and Shine. After Arise and Shine, stay glued to your TV. There is a lot on Abakwa television for you. Keep being real, keep being you, and see you next time.
See you next time as well. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day ahead.
A better one for you, Sibel.
Yes, beautiful viewers of the show Arise and Shine. Remember, until you hear me say, until next time, choose Abakwa television. That's when you are permitted to blink your eye. I said that to say we are not done yet. We will take on a musical interlude, and when we come back, you will receive our guest on today's edition of the show Arise and Shine. And when he is done, you will receive your Prince MC protocol number 1 Odogu out of 3 in the world still. So we are still here. Stay tuned.
Mike. Too much water no fit kill fish. So I the chop a spring inside big dish. If I want chop bunny fish, they get to roast shark. Throw away 10 crate for down before I start shark. You like you mind my business, you no go make gain. Men they don't catch me, I just look them now we eye. My way no come with a plane, make it no complain. I'm all about me, myself and only I. My fans are hard in younger, we there for yeah the tongo. If you know you a hater, we'll go give you that mulongo. The boy got swag, a tight skin pass me yonder. Manga sem na the eye, now never mean bekongo. Yeah, but hesh, I'm never getting weak. I stay on my grind, bro, each and every week. And I don't get to Domo, cause Cliff get my back. And all these other rappers, I don't leave them for back. Anything I do, you get to fear. I've been a man, world, you get for fear. Swag way I carry, not to fear. Top off for my mom, not to fear. You get to fear. Sir, not to for fear. Because this song not for fear. I say this song not to fear. Me and my men then call for our end who draw the gap. Lock room dark, so they town we place dark. Chop na hot pepper soup with jo come on inside flax. Come on for soiree, Jake skin lena flap. Made him and then chill, mola now na my turn. I've been on this this rap ever since I was 10. Staying as number one, it's other than in turn. Now my song nothing man care if you do your top 10. Now with the catch fun where we no set trap. My blessings don't locate me where you no home map. Fake rappers on the space, they don't give gap. Now even people will be here, now they the first clap. And now I'm feeling high, no ask with I smoke. I come now in pair. Fire and smoke, on carry away Spain because I bend and write song. They top now my lung and I go stay here for long. Anything I do, you get to fear. I been a man, whoa, you get for fear. Swag way I carry, not to fear. Top up for my mom, not to fear. You get to fear. Sir, not to for fear. Because this song not for fear. I say this song not to fear. Anything I do, you get to fear. I been a man, whoa, you get for fear. Swag way I carry, not to fear. Top up for my mom, not to fear. You get to fear. Sir, not to for fear. Because this song not for fear. I say this song not to fear.
Arise.
Welcome back, beautiful viewers. I hope you didn't blink your eye for 1 second. We are right back to Ride On the show, Rise and Shine. And before we went on that break, I told you we are receiving our guest. Our guest for today is a pastor, trained and certified marriage and family counselor. He's a trained life coach, a fashion designer. I love the last part of his introduction. It says, husband to one wife. You know, when I received this, I read it and I was like, this one hits. Husband to one wife and father of two. Is none other but Chenwe Philas Shu.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Pastor Philas, husband to one wife.
Yeah, one wife. I had to
You're
put that
proud.
in capital letters.
Yeah.
Because it's one wife.
One wife.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome on the show, Arise and Shine.
Looking good.
Thank you.
Right.
Hope your wife and the family are all good.
No, they are doing very fine.
All right. So it's a pleasure having you on today's edition, and we are grateful because a lot of people are going to be learning when it comes to, marriage, the man of God, the role men of God have to play on marriage. Do they have a role? And if so, to what extent? So we want to discuss all of this. We received an anonymous message on the show that I would like to read the message before we write on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the message we received says, hello, Sybil. I love your show, Arise and Shine. That's why I'm sending this message to get some advice. I am 24 years old, approaching 25, and I've been having suitors come to ask for my hand in marriage, but I can't bring myself to choose anyone yet. There is this particular guy who catches my attention, and he's proven to be very serious, but he's not out of the country, as prophesied by my man of God. So I'm afraid of marrying the wrong person for me, since the prophecy I received was he will come from abroad. I need advice on what to do. This message was received and it needs advice. That is why we brought you an expert himself. So this time it's not just our viewers contributing, giving us professional or unprofessional advice. We want a standard advice, maybe if there is a standard. Welcome back. Yes.
Thank you.
Pastor Philas. Should marriage, or is marriage to be prophesied, by the way, before you get to this person?
Well, I think it just depends on the context that we're using the word prophecy. will prophesy.
Okay.
Because, anyways, let me say that what your man of God prophesies or says to you is not superior to what God has said to you.
Okay.
So, what your man of God says, prophesies to you should be in accordance or should relate with what you first of all have in your inside. Prophecies should come as a confirmation of what you are having conviction of. So because God is not the author of confusion, it's not possible that God will say this to your man of God and say this to you. So it's either your man of God is wrong or you are wrong. Yeah. So it's either you're wrong or your man of God is wrong. So there should be a confirmation. It should be a confirmation. So it starts with you before going to your man of God. It doesn't start from your man of God before coming to you. If there is this contradiction between you and your man of God, it means that one person is wrong. And I think to give an advice already to that, I want to say that if you're in the midst of confusion, what you need is not direction. What you need is to be calm. What you need is to be calm. Shut down. So that you can clearly hear for yourself. Because in most cases that I've seen that people take advice or they take a prophecy of their man of God and they run with, most of those marriages end up crashing. Why? Because even if it's true, even if it was supposed to be so, because you were not sure, because you were just following the word of your man of God, what happened is that if you face challenges in that marriage, you start thinking of, after all, somebody said it, I was not even sure. I'm not sure.
The blame on others.
You get the point, right? So it's very important that in the midst of this confusion, you want to shut down, you want to calm down, and hear from God yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that is my take to that particular question.
This particular person. So this time around, you have made mention of the spiritual aspect, hearing from God as well. There are pastors or men of God who believe that, once they have said it, that's it. Maybe she's in this scenario where she believes so much in that pastor. There's something about Christians idolizing their man of God. Sometimes honor is different from idolizing somebody.
True.
I want you to cut a difference in that.
All right. In the case where you're feeling like, it's the word of my man of God. Now, first of all, let me make people to understand this. The purpose of a man of God in your life, or the role of a man of God in your life, is not to give you that direction, is not to tell you those things. The role of a man of God in your life, I think if we read the book of Ephesians 4, somewhere around verse 11, it says the role of a man of God in your life is to equip you. So it's equipping you to come to a point where you are able to choose right from wrong. And even the Bible makes us to understand that is what makes you to truly be a child of God. When you know your left from your right and you choose the right path. So it's not really about, if we shouldn't be talking about your man of God telling you, or in that point, if there is a problem around it. The job of your man of God is not to give you direction on things. Go this way, stand this way. No. The job of your man of God is to equip you, bring you to a point where you are able now to say, at this point where I'm about to settle down, let me find for myself that person. If you are still in the point where your man of God is still struggling to, in fact, I would not even advise that if you are just like Mam Shinada mentioned before she left, it's not even advisable if you're still a baby. Let me use the word baby, just like she used. If you're still a baby Christian, which is not all that bad, I would advise that hold on a little bit. Don't be in the haste to marry, because being a baby child of God will mean that there are even things in marriage that you will falter simply because you are a baby. There is a point in marriage where you will need the voice of the Holy Spirit to lead you. And so if you could not get it when you were about to pick a partner, trust me, you will not get it the day you're angry. So I can be angry now and do as I like, because I don't get that. See, honestly, there's some days when I remember one of these days, I think it was a Monday or so. I have a routine on Monday, very tight routine on Monday. I only come out of the room maybe by midday or so. So while I was in the room doing my stuff, I just heard the Holy Spirit say, "You are a bad husband." I'm like, "Bad husband how?" We already know, me and you, Holy Spirit, know that this is my routine on Monday, because I think it's one of those days when I can really shut down. So I will be saying I'm a bad husband. And I could hear him clearly say, "Your wife is out there struggling," because we had an all night in church. And then we came that Monday, with so much work to do. So my wife was struggling with the kids, struggling with walking, and they were crying and all the like. And so the Holy Spirit said, "You are a bad husband. How can you be here and your wife is struggling with the plate, struggling to make something for food, and the baby is crying, and you are here saying that you are doing what you always do on Mondays?" So there is that aspect of marriage that comes with maturity as a child of God. So in as much as you want to learn about marriage, know many things about marriage, there is a part that you need to actually become a mature child of God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if you are still in a stage where your pastor is still pushing you, you should know that number one, you are not yet matured as a child of God to discern the voice of the Holy Spirit by yourself. Then you should also know that you're not ready for marriage yet. So you can calm down.
Okay, well, let's talk to ladies. What are some of the things that ladies should, look out in a man?
Okay.
That, I'm looking out for this, and once I've gathered all of this, once I've seen it, this is the right man for me.
All right, I think that question should be individually. It's not something that we say generally. No, because one lady might be looking for a man that is enthusiastic, is all over the place, on places, a preacher and things like that. But another lady might just be looking for a quiet man. I don't want somebody on the spotlight.
Nice.
So it's not really about so it's personal. So I want to say that, like, let's use the story of Abraham and Isaac. Abraham looking for or finding a wife for struggling to find a wife for Isaac, and he used the servant. Now, one of the things you notice is that what Abraham said was, don't look for a wife here in this place where I'm living, because I think he was living around the Canaanites.
Okay.
And those people who were there were adulterers. They were not godly people. They had in fact, they were living wayward lives. And Abraham would tell his servants, he said, you will promise, lay your hands on my thigh and promise to me that you're not going to look for a wife for my son here in this land. You're going to go back to my people. What he was referring is that go back to the people who fear God. Go back to my people who reverence God, who they have manner, they have culture, they have something in them. Go back to them. That's what he was saying, number one. Number two, when the servant left, and you hear Abraham said, I send an angel. Let an angel go with you. So an angel, number one, you're looking for that person. One of the qualities you're looking for, somebody who is from a place where they have a culture of fearing God, have a culture of loving God.
Okay, more like what Christian ladies are advised that don't marry someone who is not a born.
Don't even try.
Don't even try.
Don't even try. Like I said, there are aspects of marriage that you will even apply all your knowledge. The only thing that will help you will be the voice of God in you. So don't venture. so Abraham said something. Abraham talked to this when he spoke with the servant. He said, "Go." The servant went, and you will discover something. When the servant went, he sat at the well and he said, if God, you want to favor me in this my journey, the person that I will take home as a wife to Isaac, this lady should be a lady that when I will ask for water to drink, she will also say, I will give you the water and I'll also give to your camels, because he came along with camels. I will also give to your camels. Do you know what he was looking for? He was looking for a lady that has compassion. A lady that has concern. You understand? So he was not just looking for a beautiful lady. He was looking for something, because the Bible says, by their fruits we will know them. So he was searching for the fruits.
Nice.
So in case any lady came and said, he said, give me water, and the lady said, no, I'm very busy, he will know that this one doesn't have the kind of fruits I'm looking for. Because even in the camp of Christians, even in the church, you will find people that are not having fruits of God.
Okay.
So he had to search. So I want to say that the characters you want to search, the things you want to look at, generally, when you come to number one, go but to God's children, the house of the Lord. And when you're checking there, look at their fruits. Are you looking for somebody who is kind? And remember,
the fruits of the Spirit.
The fruits of the Spirit. And remember, Abraham was, I think, cattle raiders. They were dealing with livestock and things like that. So for somebody to come and say, I would give you what, and I'll also give, it means that my camels will be safe.
True.
The camels of my servant will be safe in this one's hand. Yeah. So you get the point, right? So you want to look at some certain things, the fruits of the Spirit. This man having kindness, gentleness. Yeah. You see, having anger issues, if that. Yeah. So those are the things you want to really check.
Yeah, someone who is compassionate, not just towards you, but towards other people.
Your business, now what you're doing. Somebody comes into your life, Mansibel, and says, no, this thing that you're doing, I don't like you on that. I don't like you. Just imagine. So you want to look at it. So you understand, right? So don't only go to church and pick, because when we talk like this, people go to church and because a pastor or a brother in church asked me out, it's in church.
No, so even within the church, there is one that is not for you, particularly.
There is one many that are not for you.
Many. It's just one that is for you.
So check their fruit. Sometimes it's not, you should see, let me say this directly to ladies. It's not only the men that should do findings about you before marrying you. Do your own findings. Because that's what we always do. If you know the underground things I did before marrying my wife in the shop, I sent my mother just to investigate, do some findings. We have to do findings. But you, the ladies, you just father send a man. That's not how we do it. Also do your own findings. And when you're doing those findings, you begin to discover the fruits that this man is bearing. You will see that this man has compassion. You see that this man has kindness. This man is having concern. There's love. Even if you just small, there's love. So all those things, that's what things I want to say. So also do your findings as a lady.
Okay, let me take an advantage of you being here. Yeah. I know I brought you for this particular message. Well, we have the time to explore you. Looking at your marriage, you're from another denomination. Your wife is from another denomination. And there is always this conflict amongst churches. This lady cannot get married to another man from another church. Maybe the leadership of the church has an issue with it. The pastor is like, my Christian should not go, because maybe when the man comes and marries this lady from our church, she's going to now leave her responsibility from our church and now goes to another one. Did you, at any point when you wanted to get married to your wife, have that kind of conflict?
Well, I did not have such a conflict because the family, let me say the Christian family that I got married from, is a family that I've always known for some time, you know. So I never had any issue with that. Talking about this issue, I think pastors, that's just to clarify the air. I think the reason why these things happen is because of our culture, of cultures. Now, for instance, this person sending you this message said, her man of God prophesied to her that and you discover that she kind of really, the reason why she's confused is because she believes in a man of God. So imagine that I'm going to another church or another denomination where we don't really believe in the words of a man of God, and you're coming from another place where you believe in your man of God. When we get married, if peradventure we get married, you discover that sometimes you will come and say, my man of God said. And when I'm coming, I'm saying, I will not be saying that. We are taught in our own church that we don't hear from men of God, we find the face of God. You see the contradiction. So the reason why most pastors or things like this happen is because of that culture. So maybe from where I'm coming from, they say we should marry here so that the things that we learn, the things that we are built on, you should be okay. You should stay in us. We shouldn't be scattered. This one will come with your own idea, you'll come with your own idea. That's why, let me mention, like even the Catholic system. You discover that as a man, as a woman, if you're marrying Catholic, they want you to be Catholic. Join us, or you move out. It's a good system, because if I come and you're saying something else as my man of God, and my wife comes and she's saying something else from a man of God, my dear, I want to be on fire.
Yeah, so the difference now, the problem is in the difference amongst pastors. Churches, which should not be the case, right? Yeah, it shouldn't be that way, because we are all governed by the scripture. Yes, by the scripture. So if this church understands the scriptures as it is, the same church understands the scriptures, another church rather understands the scriptures as it is, there won't be any need for all these. But the issue that we have is this is not the reality. This is not the reality. So what do we do? What do we do? So this is not the reality, because we really wish that every one of us, like from different denominations, will understand the scriptures and stick with it. But this is not the case. You all come to the unity of the faith, right? Having the same knowledge. Having the same idea, the same knowledge. If it was like that, we don't have any issue. But the problem is that it's not like that. And from now to tomorrow, you will never be changed. So it will always be like that. Yeah. So sometimes we shouldn't fight our pastors. You know, we shouldn't fight our leaders if they are saying I'm married from this place. Just try to understand what they are saying. And then when you go out there, check for the fruit. Yeah, check for the fruit. So it goes back to that individual to check for the fruit. Check for the fruit. And pastors too should understand that, if I've gone out, I've seen the fruits, and it's also evident, they should let it be. They should let it be. Okay. So that's why I think pastors will take home. So as a pastor, while you're saying that it's good that you marry here because of so and so reason, you should also accept the fact that this is Christ, this is the body of Christ. It's not just about your church. So if I go out there, the Holy Spirit is not just working in your church, it's working in another person's church. Yeah, so if your Christian happens to bring a lady or a man from another church, you as a pastor, if you're a good shepherd, what you want to do is to also check the fruit. Nice. Don't check based on, your doctrine as a church. Yeah, so that there can be peace among us. All right. Thank you very much, Pastor Philas, for coming on the show. Arise and Shine. I'm trying. You have done it so well. Well, and we are grateful that you came. Well, let's go back to that original message. Okay. Your last word to this person. My last word to this person. Yes. What should she do? Go express how she's feeling, to her pastor, her man of God. I think that's already what Manjada said. I think, let me say this. If you are struggling you're already late. You are struggling to know the person that you want to marry in the season where you want to settle. Okay. That means
you are already very late if it's in the season of marriage that you start struggling to know who should I settle with, who should I settle with. Set those parameters, like we mentioned the story of Abraham and this. Set those things. I'm looking for a kind man, so that by the time suitors begin to come, when that person comes with those qualities that you see, you know already, I've already said, you will not begin to juggle around. You just speak.
Yeah.
So to this lady, I want to say that shut down. Because
Shut
you're in the
down.
midst of confusion, shut down. Don't take the word of your pastor yet. It can be right, though. But since you're not sure, you're still in the midst of confusion, you want to shut down and make sure that any person you're getting married to should be from the house of the Lord, number one, and you should check to see that you get the fruit of the Holy Spirit from that person. Because, my dear, trust me, there are many people, especially ladies, that they are crying and who should I marry, who should I settle with? And if you check very well, they are dating somebody. You get the point? You shouldn't have any business with who should I settle with if you have been dating somebody for 2 years.
You're going somewhere. Yeah.
So let me. So you get the point, right? So,
Yes.
my dear, what I would say is shut down for
Yes.
now. Don't discuss with those people again. Don't talk even with your pastor. You might want to go to your closet and pray. Since you're a Christian, you want to pray and ask God for clarity. Don't talk with any of them, because the more you discuss with A, you discover that you'll be seeing A in your dream. You talk with B, you'll be seeing B in your dream. So shut everybody down and just go back to the place of prayer to seek the face of God.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm very sure that subsequently, when we have messages like this, we'll keep inviting you on the show, Rise and Shine. So before you go, I want to tease your brain. This is not a fun fact with you. Are you good at riddles?
Not really.
Not really. So I'm very sorry, but you're in it. You're stuck in it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard our guest, Pastor Philas, tell us on this anonymous message. And now it's time for us to get this brain teased. Are you ready? Well, this is the first riddle we have on the show today. What does it say? Okay, Pastor Philas. How ready are you? I have legs but cannot walk. He's laughing. What am I? I have legs but cannot walk. What am I? Pastor Philas, over to you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the number is on your screen. The comment section is open. You can send in your contributions. Like I'm embarrassing somebody's husband.
I'm passing.
Somebody's one husband. Pastor Philas, it's not like you must get it right.
Yeah.
The essence is just to make you think out of the box. Whatever comes to mind when you hear, like, I have legs, but I cannot walk. What comes to mind?
I have legs, but I cannot walk.
Yeah.
Trust me, my brain is fried.
It's fried.
Honestly, I don't want to even mention what is coming to my brain.
Okay, no problem. You pass. So recorded on this edition of the show, one wife, and children of Pastor Philas. Recorded on this edition of the show is that he failed this riddle on the show. Well, fun fact with him, Pastor Philas, I'm not letting you go.
Another fun.
Yes, so you say it in English. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to help you. I'll give you a simple one. Say it in English. I hear no means say I agree.
I hear.
No means say I agree.
Hearing doesn't mean that I accept it.
Wow! Hearing doesn't mean that I accepted. Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Philas on this one. I hear no means say I agree.
Yeah.
According to Pastor Philas in English, hearing doesn't mean that I accept it. It's over to you to judge. Let us know if he got it right or there is a better way to say it down there in the comment section and on the number on your screen. Pastor Philas, thank you very much for coming on the show Arise and Shine. You have some people you want to say hello to before you take your leave?
I want to say hello to my one wife.
Yeah, your one wife. We copied that.
And I want to say hello to every one of my mentee out there. So those follow me on different platforms. So
Mind sharing?
the platforms.
Yeah.
All right, you can check me on Facebook. I think for now, check me on Pastor Philas. That's
Pastor
the page.
Philas on Facebook.
Or you can check Philas, Phil, CPS.
Okay.
Yeah, you can check that on Facebook. And think as well, I have an office. My office is located at a commercial venue, Amina Cameroon, where we carry out counseling activities, pre-marital, post-marital, and other like even coaching. So I think those are the profiles.
All right, so help me do this one. Say, keep watching to Arise. Keep watching Arise and Shine only on Abakwa Television.
Keep watching.
Okay, I want you to do it this way.
Okay.
That's your camera.
All right.
So look at them and tell them, convince them.
Right.
Yes. Keep watching Arise and Shine only on Abakwa Television. Over to you.
Keep watching Arise and Shine only on Abakwa TV.
Yes. Thank you very much for coming. Until
welcome.
next time, keep doing what you know how to do best.
Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for staying tuned right from the beginning up till now. And I hope that you have maximized Pastor Fia's onset, and to the lady who sent that anonymous message. Hope we are helping out, actually. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember we are not done, because your Odogu #1 out of 3 in the world is still to have a seat to tell you everything that has been trending online and on site. So a quick break. We'll be right back.
Arise.
Amazing viewers, amazing people of Abakwa watching Abakwa Television. Welcome back to the show Arise and Shine. We went on a break and I told you your Odogu #1 out of 3 will be on set, and he's here, none other but Prince MC Protocol. Yay!
That is one hell of an introduction.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
I love your heart, I must say. Can I try it, please?
You want to try my
I want
heart?
to try it. I just perceive that it's going to fit my outfit. Guys,
Does it?
rate me. What do you think? Down there in the comment section. Maybe on our next edition I can actually put this on. But Prince, how do I look?
Well, I would say you look like an Odogu's wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome on the show. We are ready for all that's trending. So tell us.
Okay, this morning we are going to start this session by talking about the biggest reality TV show in Cameroon, Biggie Studios. Yes, we know Biggie Studios has been auditioning for quite a while now. Yes, the whole country has been anticipating that after all these auditions where we have seen a lot of prominent faces going in for like Tila, Yeri Benz, Cameroon Pepe, and all of them. Yes, those are some of the big faces that went for Biggie auditions this year. And finally, they have announced the day of house entry. Yes, the day that they are going to officially start the third edition of Biggie, which is on the 24th of August 2025. Yes, remember their counterparts in Nigeria have already started and is powerfully going on now, making waves all over social media.
Yeah.
So the edition of Cameroon is starting on the 24th of August 2025.
Okay.
Among all the over 72 participants that auditioned for Biggie, we are going to see just about 30 finally making their way into the Biggie mansions. Which among these contestants or participants or people who audition do you think deserves the fair shot at the mansions? Drop your comments and tell us your favorite housemates already. Yes, because from the auditions we saw our favorites. People already start having favorites and all that. But remember, not all those who auditioned will be part of this year's edition. So who among those who auditioned will finally be selected to be part of Biggie Studios 2024. Remember, Biggie Studios will also be streamed live on Abakwa TV as it starts this August 24th.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's leave from there and talk about when you in this country when you say celebrity couple. Which couple in particular comes to your mind?
Okay, the ones you had on Stars Group. Yeah.
Patience and Derek DK show. Yes. They are termed celebrity couples. Yes. Why? Because their marriage was unique. I would say unique, and it was captured by the entire nation, and a lot of people were wowed by the fact that the lady got married to the man, despite the fact that the man is not somewhat, with some will say, a millionaire. Yes, because a lot of people have judged these two based on what they are seeing.
Yeah.
A lot of people say they are getting married. Why? Because, you know, because the man is a millionaire. But no, the man is a teacher. Yeah. Yes, he does well, though he's not broke, but he's a teacher. Let me not say just a teacher.
He's a teacher, yeah.
Yes. So these two have been making waves online. Yes, because they were part of Dicho the Publicist show, and they were also part of Star Scoop here on Abakwa TV.
Yes.
Yeah, where we talked about them and got to know exactly who they are and how they live their life, you know, as a couple. If you missed that session, I think that the videos are still available on YouTube and on Facebook.
Yeah.
So just scroll through Abakwa TV Facebook handles and YouTube handles. You're going to watch that edition where we had a live Q&A session with Patience and Derek DK show, where we got to see how much they love themselves. Yes, it was evident that man is one year. Hey, even on the show, they were like, anything, hey, my wife, the most beautiful lady, my onyoma, my wonderful. It was a little.
Where did they see him?
They oppressed me for that show.
I swear, my brother in the Lord.
And I was like, God, when exactly? Yeah. So that is Patience and Derek DK show, one of the best couples in Cameroon. A love story which has inspired a lot of other love stories in and around the country. And remember, these couples are financing, you know, they are financing a guy of little height in Limbe. Yes, so they are taking care of that guy's education and everything. So they are not only the best couple in Cameroon, they are also philanthropists. Why? Because even with the little they have, they go a long way to support others that are in need, especially people of little height, like Derek DK calls it. Thank you. We are going to leave from Derek DK's story and talk about the fact that one of the best, you know, upcomers in Cameroon, musicians, probably are not upcomers still, because they are in UK now and have shared the platform where big names like Burna Boy and Davido Osho also performed at. So I'm talking about the Akumba Boys. We have Elisha K and King Luka, yes, who were in UK and performed on the street show that is known for hosting the likes of Burna Boy, Davido, and others of that caliber. Okay. Let's watch the video where Elisha K is performing live on the streets of London.
Nice.
Then make some noise! Yeah. So my name is King Luka. I'm all the way from Cameroon, West Africa. And I've got some very beautiful Afrofusion for you guys. If you're ready, let me hear you say, yeah, yeah! Yeah, yeah! There we go. Okay. Then make some noise! Yeah. So my name is King Luka. I'm all the way from Cameroon, West Africa. And I've got some very beautiful Afrofusion for you guys. If you're ready, let me hear you say...
because this guy has a way of spotting talent and making those talents go global. Yeah. These guys have not been in Akumba for up to 2 years, say even a year. But look at where they are now. They are sharing the biggest platform. It's probably not the biggest, but it has the social media presence of that platform is huge. And to think that the likes of Burna Boy have been on this same platform should already tell you the worth of that platform. Yeah. Yes, among others that perform on that same platform that day were King Elisha K, yes, and Phil Bill. Yes, Phil Bill is also a Bikotsa singer from Cameroon. Or probably my favorite artist from Cameroon. He also performs that day on the streets of London. Now let's talk about international music, where the Tanzanian star Diamond Platinum has made us understand that he has about 6 children with 6 baby mamas, some of which are not his.
Oh,
But he goes ahead and take care of these children, and has not even told the baby mamas that he knows that those children are not his.
Okay, so the baby mamas lied to him.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Yes. So that is to say that these baby mamas, they just wait on maybe.
Who come out with 6 baby mamas?
No, it's a celebrity now. That's the father of all nations. Yeah, and
Wow,
Two-Face.
yeah, Two-Face.
Yes. So this raises a question that I don't know. These baby mamas, yes, because some of these baby mamas believe that having a child with somebody like Diamond Platinum is already an accomplishment, even though you do not even intend to get married to him.
Yeah.
They just let themselves get pregnant. They were careless and loose. Yes, because I don't think let's be practical here, right?
Okay.
In say 100 girls in Bamenda here that say Kosi will come and ask out, right? 90 of them will accept, right? In that 90, about 70 will just want to have a child with him, even though they know that probably after that encounter they'll never meet again.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a fact. People idolize celebrity to an extent where they just want to have a child that can
Someday
be.
I'll say, oh, my child, the father of my child is this.
Kosi. Yeah, more. You just go online, post and say, "Powerful my pikin na Kosi." You have blown. Yeah, so that is a fact about being a celebrity. So that is why most of these celebrities take advantage of that. Most of these celebrities have a children in almost every country in the world. You go to perform a show in Nigeria, there must be a good lady there for you. That's a fact. You have a child there. Go to Zambia, you have a child there. Go to UK, you have a child. And so you just work at the spread their seats. And that is it. Look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk said he has money and he intends that this money goes to many children. So he has taken it upon himself to have, so far I think he has how many children with 11 wives or like that. Elon Musk is also.
Are you serious?
Yes, I think it's 46 children so far. That is his target. If that is not his target, that's what he actually has at the moment. Yes.
Wow.
And one of his favorite is X. The name X. Twitter was named after that young man. Yes. Remember, Elon Musk bought Twitter and changed the name from Twitter to X, which is the name of his son. Yes, the young man who gave his first speech some months ago in a business concept. A young man of about 6 years old, but if you saw how he's taking after his father, you'll be proud of him. In our last edition, I made mention of a Kenyan man that is claiming to be Elon Musk's son.
Yeah.
Yes, and pressuring the world. Yes, pressuring the world for a DNA test to prove that Elon Musk is his father.
Wow,
yes, so that is what it takes to be a celebrity. As I am like this now, yes, my imagine that. Let me not imagine.
Maybe I should go online and say I have a child for Princess Protocol.
No, but have you noticed that a lot of men now, like me now, if you come now and say my father is who is the most talked about person in Cameroon right now? Maurice Kamto. Right? Yeah. You come and say, hey, Protocol, you are one of Maurice Kamto's sons. I will jump to that thing. I'll probably be very happy. Right? But you come and say, Protocol, your mom is not your mom is who? The one who first slap you. Yes, that is the reality of life.
Okay.
Many people most children, 80% of children are more attached to their mother. You are like, I wish my father was someone else, but happy hear them say, I wish.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
Your mom is broke.
Yes.
But you always be attached to that.
I get where you're coming from.
But when it comes to the man or more,
I get where you're
the
coming
slightest
from.
opportunity, let me not even go far as Maurice Kamto. Hello.
Yes.
Well, that is the reality of it. Let's talk for where we are seeing something really big that is about to happen.
Okay.
Yes. Remember that Manchester United is one of the clubs in the world that has the biggest fan base.
Okay.
Yes, fan base. And so far, Manchester United indicated interest to sign Carlos Baleba.
Nice.
Baleba is the best midfielder in Africa.
Okay.
And arguably one of the best in the world. And Carlos Baleba is a Cameroonian player. You know that.
Yeah.
So Manchester United indicated interest to Brighton to sign Carlos Baleba. and they are selling dogs. But fans of Manchester United have actually started a GoFundMe. Yes, in order that they afford Carlos Baleba because his price are 40 million.
Okay.
Yes. So there's a GoFundMe now to enable or support Manchester United buy Carlos Baleba from Brighton. Yes. And if that goes through, it means that Manchester United is going to be Cameroon.
Nice.
Because there will be Onana in the goal,
yeah.
Baleba in the midfield,
yeah.
Buemo.
Brian Buemo.
Yes,
yeah.
Brian Buemo is in the forward. Yes, it's just like the French national team. The French national team is mostly Africans.
True.
That black Dembele, man Dembele them. But they don't nationalize in France, but they are black.
Yeah.
The family, look at the Mbappe, that Cameroon, and all of them. Most of them are black people. Yes, so that is how Manchester United is. And we hope that Carlos Baleba in this Manchester. So Manchester United is going to have a very season. Yes, I think that that is it. And still on football, the official nominees for the 2025 Ballon d'Or were made public yesterday, and top contenders include, of course, Ousmane Dembele, Lamine Yamal. The third comes in with Mo Salah. And we now leave from there and go to Rafinha. Rafinha will go to still of PSG. Right. Yes, so we have a full list of nominees for the 2025 Ballon d'Or right now. Who among these players do you think is going to go home with the 2025 Best Player of the Year? Yes, sir. The people's choice is Lamine Yamal, but the most favorite is Ousmane Dembele. Yes, sir. Remember, the defending champion is not part of these people. Who is the defending champion? You watch football.
No, I'm not into it.
Who won Ballon d'Or last year, 2024?
Okay, I can't get myself to remember.
Your man doesn't like football because as a woman now you should be able to talk football. Yes.
What do you mean by my man?
I did not want to say your boyfriend. Yeah, I wanted to, elevate that status a bit by saying your man is more than a boyfriend, but probably not yet a husband. So somewhere around. So does your man not watch football?
Did I tell you I have a man?
Before me there.
Nice one.
Okay, so you're looking at Abakwa people now and fans of Star Scoop of Arise and Shine, and you're directly telling them you don't have a man.
My dear, come closer. I am single and searching the scriptures.
Sibel, if you were probably thinking you are a Sibel's man, my brother in the Lord, you have been disappointed. Yes.
No.
Yes. I've been disappointed. The defending champion for Ballon d'Or is Rodri. Yes, Rodri, which won Ballon d'Or last year for Man City, arguably by fraud because they were supposed to give it to Vinicius Junior, but unfortunately Rodri won. And this year is nowhere to be found on this very long list of nominees, which probably justify the fact that last year they be actually cheap Vinicius. But let's not argue football here. Let's just leave it at that. Tell us on the comment section, who do you think is going to go home with the Ballon d'Or, the best player of the year 2025, as per this list that was released by FIFA.com yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, that is it. Remember, it's a tradition. We are not going to end this session without telling you something about the crypto and the Forex wall, which is going to be displayed on your screen now. Remember, the wall is literally being digitalized now with the US engaging into crypto contracts. China is launching the first stable coin in China next week. Yes, so those are some of the improvements in the crypto space, which means that probably by 2030, 2035, they will no longer be using digital money. Everything will just be digitalized now to an extent. Yeah, that is even in Nigeria. Nigeria, the entire even so Mama Achombo, buy me Achombo 250 naira. If you pay with your card, Mama get POS. You get POS, you to be a card to pay, but Cameroon, my brother. In the whole Bamenda here, how many POS machines do we have? I think one at Biak here, one at UBA, and the other one at Eco Bank there. But in Nigeria, ATM machines are everywhere, even in local shops. I mean, local mama put restaurant, they have their POS machine. So that is how probably the world is going to digitalize for an extent where, even in Nigeria, some bike people themselves, you can literally walk cashless and you end up doing everything you have to do. Rent bikes will pay with your card. That is amazing. Okay, so let's cap it here today for this session of Kungusa on Arise and Shine.
Thank you very much, Prince MC Protocol, for always delivering so well. We are grateful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying tuned. And as you know, we are closely coming to an end, but a lot of you have been sending in contributions as pertaining the message that we received. All right, I'll be taking your messages now, but we had that message, so let's have it one more time, and then we'll get on to the messages. What does the message we received say once again? Hello, Sibel. I love your show, Arise and Shine, and that's why I am sending this message to get some advice. I am 24 years old, approaching 25, and I've been having suitors come to ask for my hand in marriage, but can't bring myself to accept anyone yet. There is this particular guy who catches my attention, and he's proven to be very serious, but he's not out of the country as prophesied by my man of God. So I am afraid of marrying the wrong person for some. The wrong person for me, since the prophecy I received was he will come from abroad. I need advice on what to do. All right, Prince, that's the message we received. And a lot of people have been sending me messages. We've had Mrs. Schneider Williams give us her take on this. We've had our guest, Pastor Philas, talk to us about this particular issue. And the message that I can read online says, "Thank you, sir. Keynote, if you only start searching when you are about getting married, then you are not ready." All right. This message goes to Pastor Philas. Someone received a keynote. Well, back to that message, the people who are sending in messages, I will take them on right now before I get to you, Prince MC Protocol. So this message says, "Good morning, Abakwa TV studio. This is Emma from behind chair. Prophecy or prophecies are good, but they don't keep a home. Plus, we have just one case in the Bible called Hosea, who was married by prophecy, and the person heard from God directly. Don't marry because of prophecy unless you hear God directly." This is nice. Thank you very much, Emma from behind chair. Point noted. This other message says, "Good morning, Sibel. You are always looking good." All right. Thank you very much. "My dear, don't marry for prophecy alone. Prophet Hosea married by prophecy and still saw Shaggy Pro Max. So prophecy does not guarantee a successful marriage. Don't think if you wait for prophecy, your marriage will go right." Nice one. Thank you very much for this very particular message. It's good. Now, this other message says, "Good morning to all in the studio and keep doing the great job that you do." All right, thank you very much. We are going to keep doing that. This is Abang from Bambili. "Marriage is not for a hearsay. If you don't have your own convictions, don't enter. If you have not heard from your own God, don't go in because a famous prophet or pastor said it. Love and respect your pastor, but don't be a remote control." Nice one, Prince. Are you getting the messages? Well, I'll take this other message and I'll get back to Prince MC Protocol. Greetings to you all in the studio. This is Angel from Upstation. "Don't be fooled, Big Mommy. Your men of God are not always right. Sometimes they miss it unwillingly, while other times they will manipulate you and give you false hope. Go hear God yourself. If not God talk him, he go talk for you too." All right. Just like what Mrs. Shilana Williams and Pastor Phila said, the fact that your man of God heard it doesn't mean that, God cannot speak to you as well. So God speaks to his children in general. So if he has spoken to your man of God, he must speak to you too. So make sure that you hear God for yourself. Thank you very much for this particular message. Well, I'll get to the others when we are done with Prince MC Protocol. Prince.
Okay, I would like to pose this question to everybody that is advising for herself. Now, not
everybody has that dream. In of that people are frustrated, right? Even in our church, when it's time for worship, there are some pastors. They are soaked to the street and hope. And we're using first person singular. Right? Now, unless you're calling your pastor a liar, and your pastor did, let's assume that your pastor indeed heard from God.
Yeah.
The pastor indeed heard from God, and that man, your husband, is supposed to come from out.
Yeah.
Right? Now, let's assume, say, okay, you yourself go and talk, and that same God tells you that, yes, your husband is going to come from out.
Yes.
Right? Now, the person that you have in front of you at that point has all the qualities that you always wanted in a man. Right? But then, not from out. What are you going out to do? Are you going to, let go that best husband that you see? Probably, if a lady say, I'm ready for marriage, that lady that must have dated one or two people and you're ready to see this man that I really want. But you cannot compare one thing, right? You can compare one or two things.
Yeah.
You can only compare two or more things. Yeah, so at that point now, what do you do? Right? So I think that,
yes.
If a pastor telling you that, see, I'm talking about a pastor now, wrong people. I'm talking about real pastors that is deep fear of God.
Yeah.
Right? Tells you that your husband is going to come out and you're faced with somebody, you have somebody that is there, has the qualities, but it's not from out.
It's not from abroad.
I think that at this point, right, I will not say you should go and pray about it. I would say you should go and pray about it, but then prayer has already been done and God has already spoken. Unless even God talk with you, then I even God want talk with you. That same God will hear you, your husband.
That's the issue.
Yes. Yeah, so the same God, like, which probably means even after 40 days and 40 nights of fasting, you still hear that same that your husband is coming from out. So unless you want to, obey God, they are saying that to every man there's a particular woman, which means that God will meet my needs. Right? I mean, we may still get married, whereas you're not the one that has maybe don't get it later. You get the point now. Yes. So that is it. So I think that when it comes to hearing from God and making the right choices like marriage, that is very important. Very important. But see, marriage is not part of women. Especially for some of us that are
and you will leave it like that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Praise MC Protocol. That's your take, but I'm very sure that this person has been learning a lot from all the conversations we've been having with the guest. And yes, we are closely coming to an end. This particular message will close today's edition of the show Arise and Shine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the message says, Una high sharp for studio. Na Spice Boy from Old Town, okay? Big Mommy, you know the hear God too. That Holy Spirit within you, na for waiting. Question. If pastor the prophesy for you, the Spirit of God within you go confirm no. Okay. Small, you go wait your time. You go pass. Okay. You go wait, your time go pass. You go start shout, say man na man. No wait in vain, then start ask God why. Oh, you're stressing me with this language. But yeah, I get it. So the advice is that don't idolize your man of God. Hear God for yourself.
I mentioned that even after hearing God for yourself, it's the same God that spoke to that man of God. That same God tells you if your husband is coming from out. At this point now, that the person that sent the message. At that point now, what does the lady do? Now, I want people responding to what they assume, right? That what the man of God said was from God, and even after you that is what you're going to do.
Yes.
Right? I think that is the advice that this girl really wants. Because she's not bringing up this question because she's doubting what her man of God said. She's bringing up this question because she believes in her man of God, but this is the
Yeah.
So at this point, what will you take?
So what we are saying is, men of God, yes, they hear from God, but there are times that don't forget that they might miss it. And you made mention of believing in your man of God. So who would you believe in more, God Himself or the man of God? Now that's why Pastor Philas, Madam Schneider, they made mention of having a personal relationship with God, such that when your man of God is speaking to you, it doesn't come strange. It's coming to you as a confirmation, like someone who's been communicating with God and you know what God has been saying. And then your man of God now comes to confirm it. One word this lady posted online from the conversation we had with Pastor Philas was, if you're still confused about who to get married at the state where you're ready for marriage, then you are not ready. So this takes us back to having a personal relationship with God, communicating with Him. God speaks to all who believe in Him. So the reason why you are not, or maybe you've not heard Him, is because you are still a baby Christian. You are not growing in the Word of God. You are not listening to Him, because God is always speaking to all who believe in Him. So this is what we are trying to pass out. Do not believe in your man of God more than the God that your man of God serves, and even you serve.
Yes, that is true. After seeking the face of God and hearing that prophecy,
Yeah.
it turns out your faith is At this point, what will you do with that man?
Of course, you're going to now, okay, God has confirmed it. So what's there to keep dragging? God has confirmed it.
God has the way He does His things, right?
Yeah.
God may be confirming that maybe that your supposed husband is still living to travel to America.
Okay, now
at the end of the day, you wait and like, hello, are you sure it's not better?
the prophecy didn't say he will go, he will travel out. He said he will come from abroad.
Come from abroad may still mean he's yet to even go to the abroad.
Yeah, so maybe you have to be patient,
So
and then
that's why I say human beings are no for you. After 1-2 years, nobody has come. You like, child, see my husband have been missing prayer and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, hear from God.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like even men of God don't prophesy it. You get, if it's what you've heard, of course it's going to happen. God said it. Just keep guiding that lady. I believe that if you believe in your man of God, you have this particular suitor that is coming to you. Before anything else, you go to your man of God and you say, this is a person that is coming. And of course, the man of God who've heard God about the kind of man that you marry per se, and now evaluates that person. He's not going to tell you, oh, shut it up or cut it up. But you know what? Just calm down. Just calm down.
Talking about prophecy, I believe that a prophecy should come like this. I see you you're traveling to America tomorrow, right? So that man of God is probably just stating a fact that even without that prophecy, you still would have traveled to America.
Okay.
Right? Now, it's different from I see you struggling to travel to America, but there is somebody trying to block your traveling. Let's pray against that person. It's very different. He has seen an opportunity that would have is a fact, but now he's seen an obstacle that if that obstacle is not handled, that opportunity will not come. It's different from just stating facts. If you say you see me travel to America, no, now you depossess my document at the end of the day. So I think that let's not really dwell into this now, because prophecy they over my head.
Wow, praise. Let's call it done on today's edition. You get it. Well, this conversation is something that was very important that we had, and I love the fact that all our guests have given us very profound contributions to this. Prince Empty Protocol, let me tease your brain before we take your leave. But wait, pick. Should I give you a fun fact or a riddle? I give you both.
And give me both.
Both. I love it. I love the fact that you're very brilliant. Okay, so we are going to start with a riddle. The riddle we have for you today, Prince Empty Protocol, says, how can 8 plus 8 equal 4? How can 8 plus 8 equal 4? Second, what is harder to catch the faster you run? How far?
The second, what is harder to catch the faster you run?
Yeah.
Should probably be your shadow. And how can 8 plus 8 be equal to 4?
I took it upon myself that I'll never feel a math video in this thing, but
Yeah.
how can 8 plus 8 be 4?
Yes. Related in every aspect, not just when it comes to math and all.
How can 8 plus 8 be equal 4?
4.
I think that how can 8 plus 8 be equal to 4 is probably
Okay. Should I give you a hint?
Yes.
Related to time.
Oh, I should relate it to time.
Yeah.
Okay.
How can 8 plus 8 equal 4?
Okay. I think that at 8 a.m., if you add 8 hours to 8, you probably have 4 p.m.
Nice. That's it. So it's that simple.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah. So let's get to the second one. You already said it's your shadow.
Is that
The
correct?
faster you run,
The harder it is to catch.
your shadow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you stay one place, you may, even if you cannot really catch your shadow. Let me see if there's another option. The faster you run, the harder it is to catch. Yeah, I think it is.
It's okay. Let me give you.
Yes.
Should I give you your breath? Of course. And we've had this on this show before.
Your breath.
Yeah.
We've had this video.
Yeah, we've had it.
Maybe not. Maybe with another guest, not with me. If I heard about it before, I should be able to answer.
Yeah, but that's the response.
Your
So
breath.
this is the last one, and we are good to go. You say it in English, for example, protocol. Person wey wan catch animal for bush, no dey blow whistle.
Person wey wan catch animal for bush, no dey blow whistle.
Say it in English.
You do not blow a whistle if you intend to catch an animal in the bush. In the forest.
Come on. Say it louder, louder.
You do not blow a whistle if you intend to catch an animal in the bush or in the forest.
Okay, person wey wan catch animal for bush no dey blow whistle, and that's how Prince MC Protocol translates it to English. You are the judge of it, viewers. Let us know if there is a better way to say it, or give him his flowers. Now, Prince MC Protocol, your last word, and maybe some people you want to say hello to before.
Okay, I want to say hello to our faithful viewers, everybody that has been here from day one, and always make sure that he or she is in front of her phone or her TV screen every morning, every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for Arise and Shine.
Yes.
And Arise and Shine is not the only show on Abakwa TV. We have other shows.
Yes.
That we want you to keep watching. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Prince MC Protocol, for your profound contributions on today's edition of the show. Until next time, we keep doing this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, beautiful viewers of the show Arise and Shine, this is where we cap it on today's edition. Remember, the show comes to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's the one and only show where we engage you viewers in real-time discussions on current events, lifestyle topics, and the societal ills. On today's edition, I'm hoping you've been motivated enough. You've gotten to know more about fashion and style. You have gotten health tips, and you have gotten profound insight and counsel and advice as pertaining the message we received on marriage, relationship, and how to handle young man of God when it comes to that aspect of life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a special thank you for staying tuned. To those of you who haven't followed Abakwa TV yet, this is the time to do that. And shout out to our producer, Par Excellence. Rounding up, I have been your wonderful host, Menyam Sipel. Stay tuned and keep watching Arise and Shine, and keep choosing Abakwa Television. Bye. Prince, say bye.
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 Arise.